Have you ever noticed a strange, slightly musty smell on your clothes, your pillowcase, or even on your skin, and quietly asked yourself, is that coming from me? If so, I want you to hear this clearly. There's no shame in that question. In fact, it's an important one. That subtle change in scent that often shows up after the age of 60 is not something to be embarrassed about. It's not a sign that you're unclean or doing something wrong. More often than not, it's your body trying to send you a quiet message, saying, I need a little support. And if you take a moment to listen, you can make small, meaningful changes that help you feel fresher, more energized, and more comfortable in your own skin. In this video, I'm going to share 5 simple but powerful things you can do to reduce that lingering smell and support your body from the inside out. These are not quick gimmicks. They are natural, science-backed solutions that respect your age, your wisdom, and your journey. So let's get started, because your body deserves to be heard and cared for with kindness and understanding. 1. The hidden dangers in your deodorant drawer. Let's begin with something simple, something most of us use every single day without even thinking about it. Deodorant. You probably have a favorite brand you've been using for years, maybe even decades. But here's the truth that very few people talk about, especially as we get older. After the age of 60, your body starts to change in ways that your usual products may not be able to keep up with. That familiar deodorant sitting in your bathroom cabinet might actually be doing more harm than good. Most store-bought deodorants are filled with ingredients like aluminum, artificial fragrances, and chemical preservatives called parabens. These chemicals are designed to block sweat and cover up odors, but they don't address the real issue that begins to appear later in life. You see, as we age, our bodies start producing a compound called non-enal. That's spelled N-O-N-E-N-A-L. It's a naturally occurring substance that forms when fatty acids on your skin break down, and it has a distinct scent, slightly musty, a bit greasy, sometimes sour. If you've noticed it, you're not imagining things. It's real, and regular deodorant isn't built to get rid of it. In fact, most commercial deodorants don't break nonenal down at all. They simply try to mask the smell with heavy perfume. But masking is not the same as solving. You might smell like lavender or ocean breeze for an hour or two, but by midday, that underlying odor is back, and sometimes even stronger than before. So what's the better option? You need a natural deodorant that does more than cover things up. Look for one that includes ingredients with antioxidant properties. Specifically, you want to find deodorants made with vitamin C, eucalyptus, and witch hazel. Vitamin C helps break down the fatty acids that lead to non-enal. Eucalyptus fights the bacteria that make odors worse. And witch hazel acts as a natural astringent, gently tightening your pores and reducing the buildup of oils on your skin. These ingredients work together to actually neutralize odor at its source, instead of just layering something on top of it. There's also a right way to apply it. For best results, use your natural deodorant right after you shower, when your skin is still slightly damp. That allows it to absorb more fully and last longer throughout the day. And remember, with natural products, a little goes a long way. You don't need to cake it on, just a light application is enough. The most surprising part? Once you make the switch, you'll likely notice that you don't have to reapply it over and over. Why? Because your body will actually begin producing less of that musty smell in the first place. You're not just covering up a problem, you're addressing it at the root. So take a moment to look at what's in your deodorant drawer. Read the label. Ask yourself whether those ingredients are working with your body or against it. This one simple change can make a big difference, not just in how you smell, but in how you feel when you walk into a room, greet a loved one, or simply go about your day with quiet confidence. 2. The life-giving power of water and how to detox gently. Let me ask you a gentle question. When was the last time you drank a full glass of plain, clean water? Not coffee, not tea, not juice, but water. For many people over the age of 60, the answer is often, not as much as I should. And that's completely understandable. As we get older, our sense of thirst can become less sharp, and it's easy to go through the day sipping on everything but water. But here's why that matters more than you might think. When your body doesn't get enough water, it starts to struggle with flushing out toxins and waste. And those toxins don't just disappear. They find other ways to leave your system, including through your skin. That slightly stale, musty scent that many people notice as they age isn't just about sweat. It's often the smell of built-up waste your body hasn't been able to clear out properly. And when you're dehydrated, that waste has nowhere to go but out through your pores. So what can you do? First and foremost, aim to drink at least 8 full glasses of plain water each day. Not soda, not flavored drinks, just real, clean water. It doesn't have to be cold. In fact, many people find warm or room temperature water easier to drink and more comforting to the stomach. If plain water feels boring, try adding a slice of lemon. Not only does it taste refreshing, but lemon also supports your liver, which plays a key role in removing toxins from your body. Green tea is another gentle detoxifier that's especially helpful after 60. It's full of antioxidants that support your metabolism and help your body process oils and fats more efficiently. That means fewer odor-causing compounds escaping through your skin. 1 or 2 cups of unsweetened green tea per day can make a real difference, not just in how you feel, but in how your skin smells. Now let's talk about something many people forget entirely: exfoliation. You see, dead skin cells, sweat, and natural oils build up on the surface of your skin over time. And if you're not exfoliating, all of that material just sits there, holding on to odor like a sponge. That's why even after a shower, you might feel like the smell comes back too soon. Exfoliating doesn't have to be harsh or complicated. Just once or twice a week, before you bathe, use a soft, dry brush, a gentle body scrub, or even a washcloth in small circles to lift away that layer of dead skin. Follow it up with lukewarm water and your usual body wash, and you'll feel cleaner, smoother, and more refreshed. Hydration and detox are not just wellness buzzwords. They are powerful tools to help your body function the way it was meant to. When you give your body enough water and keep your skin fresh and clear, you're not just treating the surface, you're supporting your whole system. So the next time you reach for something to drink, think of it as an act of self-care. Fill a glass with water, take a deep breath, and know that with every sip, you're giving your body what it needs to feel clean, light, and alive. 3. What's lurking in your sheets and clothes? We spend nearly 1/3 of our lives in bed. That's about 8 hours every single night, wrapped in sheets, pressed against pillowcases, covered in blankets and pajamas. And yet, most of us don't think twice about how clean those fabrics truly are, or how much they may be affecting the way we smell. As we age, our skin produces more oils and fatty acids, and at the same time, our natural ability to fight off odor-causing bacteria starts to slow down. That's why, even after a good shower, many people over 60 find that musty scent lingering. But here's the thing most people don't realize. It's not always your body. It could be your fabrics. The compound we mentioned earlier, nonenal, does not just sit on your skin. It clings to clothing, sheets, towels, even your favorite armchair. And once it gets into the fibers, it's tough to get out, especially if you're using regular laundry detergent, which wasn't designed to break down those types of compounds. So even though everything looks clean, it might still be holding on to odors deep inside. Let's start with your bed. Every night, your body releases sweat, skin cells, and oils into your sheets and pillowcases. That buildup doesn't just go away, it soaks into the fabric. If you're only washing your sheets once a week or every couple of weeks, that's a long time for odor-causing materials to sit and settle. That's why one of the easiest ways to stay fresh is also one of the most overlooked. Wash your bed sheets at least twice a week, and your pillowcases even more often if possible. It may sound like a small change, but it makes a huge difference in how fresh you feel each morning. Now let's talk about clothing, especially the items that sit closest to your skin, like undershirts, undergarments, and socks. These pieces absorb sweat and skin oils throughout the day, and if they're made from synthetic fabrics like polyester or nylon, they trap heat and hold onto odor even after a wash. These materials don't breathe well, and they don't release smells easily. That's why switching to natural, breathable fabrics like cotton, linen, or bamboo can be a game changer. Natural fibers allow air to circulate and don't trap odors the way synthetic ones do. They also feel softer and more comfortable, especially on aging skin, which tends to become thinner and more sensitive over time. If you've ever noticed that the clothes you wear seem to carry a scent even right after washing, your fabric choice might be part of the problem. And speaking of washing, here's a powerful trick that many people don't know. Add a half cup of white vinegar to your laundry, not to the detergent compartment, but to the rinse cycle or fabric softener drawer. White vinegar is a natural deodorizer. It helps break down the non-enol compound that causes persistent smells and actually neutralizes it instead of just covering it up. Don't worry, your clothes won't smell like vinegar when they come out. They'll just smell clean. If you're dealing with tougher odors, especially in towels or workout clothes, you can soak them in a mixture of warm water and vinegar for an hour before washing. It's a simple, inexpensive method that gets results. Another overlooked area? Closet storage. Clothes that sit in a closed drawer or hang in a tightly packed closet can develop a stale scent over time, especially if they're not worn often. Try placing small bowls of baking soda or activated charcoal in your closet or drawers. They naturally absorb moisture and odor from the air without adding any artificial scent. So if you've been wondering why that smell seems to linger even after bathing, it might be time to look beyond your body and into your environment. Clean sheets, breathable fabrics, regular laundry, and natural odor-fighting methods make a powerful difference, not just in how you smell, but in how comfortable and refreshed you feel every single day. Freshness doesn't just come from what you put on your body. It comes from what your body touches, rests on, and wears every day. When your surroundings are clean and supportive, your whole body responds. You sleep better, you breathe easier, and you start each morning already a step ahead. 4. Food isn't just fuel, it's your inner fragrance. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to smell fresh all the time, even without wearing perfume or cologne? It's not magic, and it's not luck. It often comes down to what they're putting on their plate. Believe it or not, the food you eat every day doesn't just affect your weight, your heart, or your blood sugar. It also affects how your body smells from the inside out. After the age of 60, your body's ability to process and eliminate certain substances begins to change. Your metabolism slows down, your liver works a little harder, and your gut bacteria may become less balanced. This means that the things you eat can linger in your system longer. And when that happens, some of those substances start finding their way out through your skin, your breath, and even your sweat. Certain foods make this problem worse. Processed foods, like packaged snacks, deli meats, fast food, and frozen meals, are filled with additives, preservatives, and unhealthy fats that can overwhelm your digestive system. Fried foods, in particular, are hard for the body to break down and often leave behind byproducts that contribute to that musty or greasy scent that becomes more noticeable with age. Red meat is another common culprit. It takes a long time to digest and releases sulfur-containing compounds and ammonia as it breaks down, neither of which smell particularly pleasant. So, what's the solution? The good news is that just as some foods can make body odor worse, others can help eliminate it. These foods support your body's natural detox processes and even act like internal deodorizers. For example, leafy greens like spinach, kale, and parsley are rich in chlorophyll, which has natural cleansing properties. Chlorophyll helps neutralize odors in the body before they can make their way to the surface. Citrus fruits like lemons, oranges, and grapefruits are also powerful helpers. They contain high levels of vitamin C and natural acids that support digestion and liver function. Plus, they leave behind a light, fresh scent that subtly infuses your system when eaten regularly. Just drinking warm lemon water in the morning can gently stimulate your digestive system, flush out toxins, and start your day with a clean slate. Then there are foods rich in antioxidants, such as blueberries, strawberries, almonds, walnuts, and yes, green tea. Antioxidants help fight oxidative stress, which is a major contributor to unpleasant body odors. They also reduce inflammation and support the breakdown of fatty acids, which are the root source of the nonenal compound we've been talking about. If you want to get started today, try this simple routine. Begin your morning with a glass of warm lemon water. Make lunch or dinner include a handful of leafy greens, whether it's a salad, a smoothie, or a side of steamed vegetables. Swap out processed snacks for a handful of almonds or a small bowl of berries, and trade that second cup of coffee for a cup of green tea. These are not drastic changes. They're gentle, supportive shifts that can lead to powerful results, not just in how you smell, but in how you feel. You may notice better digestion, clearer skin, more energy, and even improved sleep. Your body has an incredible ability to renew itself when you give it the right tools. And food is one of the most powerful tools you have. Eating well is not about being perfect. It's not about following a strict diet or giving up all the foods you enjoy. It's about balance, awareness, and learning what makes you feel good, not just for the next hour, but for the long haul. When you start eating in a way that supports your body's natural rhythms, the benefits ripple out into every part of your life. So the next time you sit down for a meal, think of it as more than just filling your stomach. Think of it as a way to care for yourself, to support your body, and to bring back a sense of freshness that starts from within. You're not just eating food. You're creating the foundation for a cleaner, lighter, more vibrant you. One bite at a time. 5. The one soap that could change everything. Most people think of soap as a simple everyday item. You use it in the shower, rinse off, and move on with your day. But here's something that might surprise you. The soap you've been using for years, maybe even your whole life, might be doing more harm than good now that you're over 60. Your skin has changed, your body chemistry has changed, and that bar of soap sitting on the edge of your bathtub may not be keeping up. As we age, our skin starts to lose its natural balance. It becomes drier, thinner, and more sensitive. At the same time, our bodies begin to produce more fatty acids on the skin's surface. When those fatty acids break down, especially in the presence of air and bacteria, they create a compound called nonenal. That's the substance responsible for the musty or old person smell that some people quietly notice after 60. And the tough part is, it tends to stick around even after a shower. Why? Because regular soap isn't designed to break down nonenal. In fact, many commercial soaps contain harsh ingredients like sulfates and synthetic fragrances that strip your skin of its natural oils. This not only dries out your skin, but also causes it to overproduce oils in response. And when those excess oils mix with sweat and bacteria, the smell gets even worse. So what's the alternative? The answer is simpler than you might think. Switch to a pH-balanced body wash. A pH-balanced formula is designed to match your skin's natural acidity level, which helps maintain its protective barrier while effectively removing the compounds that cause odor. Instead of just masking smells, it works with your body to neutralize them at the source. When shopping for a new soap or body wash, look for products made with natural ingredients like green tea extract, charcoal, and citrus oils. Green tea is rich in antioxidants that help detoxify your skin and reduce inflammation. Charcoal acts like a magnet for impurities and odor-causing oils, gently lifting them away without stripping the skin. Citrus oils, such as orange, lemon, or grapefruit, offer a refreshing scent while actively breaking down the non-enal compound. But just as important as what you use is how you use it. Most people lather up and rinse off within seconds, but if you want your soap to truly work, you need to let it sit on your skin for at least 1 full minute before rinsing. That gives the active ingredients time to penetrate, cleanse, and break down those stubborn odor compounds. Use gentle, circular motions, and make sure to reach the areas where odors tend to build up most, like under the arms, the back of the neck, and the chest. Another important tip: avoid using hot water when you shower. While it might feel soothing, hot water actually strips your skin of its healthy oils, making dryness and odor worse over time. Instead, stick with lukewarm water, which is much kinder to mature skin and helps maintain its natural balance. The result of all this? You step out of the shower not only feeling clean, but truly fresh. Your skin feels soft, hydrated, and free from that lingering scent. And over time, with consistent use, you'll likely find that the odor becomes less noticeable or disappears entirely. Not because you're covering it up, but because you've addressed the root cause. Taking care of your skin isn't just about appearance, it's about comfort, confidence, dignity. When you use the right soap, when you treat your body with understanding and care, you send a quiet message to yourself. I still matter. I'm worth taking care of. And that mindset, more than anything, is what makes the biggest difference. So before your next shower, take a look at the soap you're using. Read the label. Ask yourself if it's truly supporting your skin, or if it's just part of a routine that no longer serves you. A small switch today could lead to a big change in how you feel tomorrow. Because sometimes, the simplest solutions are the ones that bring us back to feeling like ourselves again. Final message. Aging gracefully is a gift. Let's embrace it. Getting older is something that not everyone gets the chance to do. It's not a burden, it's a gift. Every wrinkle, every gray hair, every new experience your body goes through is a reminder that you've lived, you've learned, and you've earned the right to care for yourself with patience and compassion. This journey we've taken today isn't just about getting rid of a smell. It's about tuning in to what your body is trying to tell you. It's about recognizing that the small changes, whether it's switching your soap, drinking more water, eating cleaner foods, or simply washing your sheets more often, aren't just chores. They are quiet acts of self-respect. They are choices that say, I still care about how I feel. I still want to show up in the world with confidence. Aging doesn't mean giving up. It means getting wiser. And sometimes that wisdom shows up in the form of listening to your skin, your digestion, your sleep, and yes, even your scent. What your body needs at 60 is different from what it needed at 30, and that's not a failure, that's nature. So if you've been feeling frustrated, or maybe a little self-conscious lately, I want you to know, you're not alone, and you're not stuck. You just need the right tools, the right information, and a little encouragement to remind yourself that feeling good in your body is still absolutely possible, at any age. Take this as your reminder that caring for yourself is not selfish. It's not silly. It's powerful. You deserve to feel clean, comfortable, and confident, not just for others, but for you. because your story is still being written and your presence still matters. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you'll carry these lessons with you and maybe even share them with someone else who needs to hear them.